The song I want to tell you about is I'm Alive, which you may have heard. It's on the radio. May have heard us play it live with the whole band. But sometimes when you hear things just in the context of listening to it on the radio or in a big band setting, some of the lyrical content goes, it doesn't resonate as deeply. So I wanted to break down some of the lyrics for you. So the first line of the song is, everybody wants me to be who they want me to be except you. And all I want to do is be with you. So that song is about that in my life there's people who have expectations of who they expect me to be or who they want me to be for themselves, you know. When I was a kid, it was always my parents. You know, my parents wanted me to be go to school, get a degree in English and be a teacher or something. Both my parents are teachers. They always thought I'd maybe be a teacher too, or become a doctor or whatever it is. That we all have people in our lives who have expectations. And also for me, it's like expectations of my fans, like, oh, you should write all kinds of political songs. And if you write a song that's not political, you've sold out. Or we only like love songs. And what are you doing talking about all this political crap? We don't want to hear that. We just want to dance, And so there's all these things that are expectations and assumptions that the world has of us. And it's hard not to take it personal. But I find at least that when don't take things personally, and when I connect with somebody else that's important in my life, that I feel that sense of completeness, like it's okay to be the person that I am no matter what it is. Like in the song, the lyrics to the song, Hey Now Now, it says, be who you are, nothing more, nothing less. So you can't be always trying to be something that you're not, and trying to show the world that you're greater than what who you are. But you also can't denigrate yourself and knock yourself down all the time and feel like you're less than who you are. And so that's what this first line is about. Everybody wants me to be who they want me to be except you. But all I want to do is be with you. Be with that person who embraces me. They all tell me that there's something strange. I don't want to meet nobody new. But all I want to do is be with you. When you fall in love, your friends are like, dude, have you gone crazy? What's wrong with you? You don't call us anymore. You don't show up for dinner. You don't hang out with us. But that's the power of love, is that that all-consuming feeling. They all tell me there's something strange. I don't want to meet nobody new. All I want to do is be with you. And then I was trying to think of in this song, what does life sound like? I had a priest who was a teacher, and he taught me in my first year of college how to write an essay. Somehow I had managed to go from kindergarten through graduating through high school without ever learning how to write a proper essay. And so he said, the first day of school, he said, everyone in my class has always gotten an A. There's no one who has ever not received an A in my class. And I just put my head down. I was like, there's no way I'm getting an A. I know I'm going to fail this class. And he said after that, the reason that everyone has always gotten an A is because I will work with you. I will stay with you after school. I will do everything until your paper is of A quality. And I will not accept it until it is that. And so every day after class, I'd go in and I'd hang out with him, and he'd teach me how to organize my thoughts, how to write a thesis, how to write all the body and stuff, and it's helped me in all the things that I do in songwriting today. And he died a few years ago, and I remember going to visit him in the hospital, in the hospice, and brought my guitar and started singing these songs to him, and he says, I see you remember that one of the things that's really important I taught you about writing, which is to include all 5 senses. How does something, what does it look like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? And so in this song, I was trying to write, what does life feel like? But I wanted to use one of those other senses. And so I said, well, how about what does life sound like? And so what it sounded like to me in that moment was a melody. Life sounds like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Life sounds like, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Whoa, I'm alive. And so that was in that moment when I felt like life sounded like. And Father Huerta, thank you. He passed away. And he taught me a lot about writing, so thank you, Father. The second verse is, how come every day something jumps in the way it gets complicated? I feel devastated, but when I'm feeling down, I only want to be with you. It's about like just feeling frustration and angst, but when I'm feeling down, there's somebody who I want to be with. I can't afford the rent or remember checks I sent to pay off all my taxes and feed the president. But there's one thing I remember, I only want to be with you. I can't afford the rent or remember the checks I sent to pay off all my taxes and feed the president. It's like, sometimes it seems so crazy. You work so hard, you pay all this money, and then it goes, 51 cents of every dollar goes to the military, to go and blow up other nations that then end up hating us, and to try to secure the oil rights for the oil industry, and like all these crazy things that our tax dollars get spent on, and it's frustrating, and especially when you're just barely getting by, it's frustrating, and so that's why I kind of put that like sort of ludicrous line in there that my money is just going to feed the president, and but again, it's like when I'm feeling down, I only want to be with you. And back to the chorus, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, whoa, I'm alive. And then the middle of the song is the little rap break is just about just sort of a fun walk through having experience of romance and wanting to be with somebody that you love. You be Bonnie, I'll be your Clyde. Hop into my car and drive like fireworks. We will ignite through the San Francisco night, like John and Yoko, like Ice-T and Coco, like Jay-Z, Beyonce. Come be my fiance. Hey, soul sister, I'll be your mister. I don't wanna be no one night stand. How many ways can I say to help you understand? I only wanna be your man. Whoa, 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 I'm alive. And then the last part just repeats the first line again. Everybody wants me to be who they want me to be except you. But all I want to do is be with you. And that's basically it. In that little rap break earlier, I mentioned John and Yoko, Ice-T and Coco, and Jay-Z and Beyonce, Come Be My Fiance. So those are just like, some of my greatest musical inspiration has been from John Lennon. Look over there. You got John Lennon painting on the wall above our studio. Imagine, dream, and believe. I love the fact that John Lennon was somebody who was fearless in what he wrote about. That he would write a song like Imagine, which is about, a very political song about trying to make a difference and change in the world, and this utopian idea of what the world could be if it was at its best, and imagining that and fighting for that in every sense, and personal as well as political. And then he'd write a song right next to it like Beautiful Boy or like Woman, which is about how much he loved Yoko, or about how important it was for him to have a baby son that he could, fall in love with, and fall in love with being a dad. After all this time of being a rock star and a political figure and all this stuff, what was most important for him was the people that he cherished, and that's why I dropped the John and Yoko line in there, and also the absurdity of like Ice-T and Coco. I saw their TV show one time, and I just thought it was so funny. Ice-T's like this big gangster, but at the end of the day, he really loves Coco, and they go through all these weird, funny things on their show, just like any of us in our regular lives go through weird and funny and unique circumstances. So that's the song, I'm Alive. I hope that it makes you feel alive, and the gratitude that I feel for every precious breath that we have on this planet. Every life is significant, and every breath is important.